Welcome to Hit Factor Automation's Dylan Series Pro Primer Collator installation video. This is going to be a short video on setup and installation and some tuning. Let's get into it and let's get this thing on the press. These are the tools you'll need for installation. 3 30-second hex wrench, 1/8, 5 30-seconds, 2mm, 1/2 inch for removing the tool head bolt, and a flathead screwdriver. And that's it. Let's get to it. All these tools will be in the description below so you can get easy reference of what you need. Let's remove the primer tube assembly. In order to do that, we need to remove this linkage. So we're going to pull the cotter pin, push out the pin, and remove the linkage. Now, we're going to remove the bolt holding on the ratchet, pull back on the ratchet assembly, and this should just come right on out. We want to push the primer bar forward until it's about where it rests. Lower the tool head, wiggle the primer bar till it gets in place, unscrew, raise the tool head up, remove the tool head, and now we can remove the primer tube assembly. To do that, you'll have 2 bolts, one here and one here. To remove those, you want 5 30-seconds. Now that the tool head is off, we can remove the rest of the ratcheting assembly and the primer bar stop. In order to move the rest of the ratchet assembly, a 1/8 wrench, we're going to remove this bolt right here. Set that aside. With a flathead screwdriver, we're going to come around the back and remove the detent. In order to remove the primer bar stop on the RL 1100s, you'll need a 3 30-seconds. There's the one bolt holding it on in the back here. Now that we have the bolt removed, the primer bar stop is loose. You'll want a flathead screwdriver or similar to come in and wiggle it off from the press. Since we will no longer need this, it is not necessary. Primer bar will just slide out the back. We will no longer need this. Now that the complete disassembly is done, we're ready to assemble the primer collator. And these are all the parts that you'll need for assembly: the power supply, the primer bar assembly, the primer bar cam, the bolts needed, and the front ramp with sensor attached. Now we'll take the primer bar assembly, slide it in until it bottoms out. We'll take the collator assembly. You'll notice that there is a notch cut out in it. That'll go over the protrusion in the casting right here. We just want to slide that over. We'll take one of the 1024 by 3/4 long bolts and drop it in. And the same with the other one. 1/8 wrench. And when we get down to snugging them up, we just need a snug. We do not have to go Gorilla tight. Now let's take the front ramp with the 4-pin sensor cable and plug it into the 4-pin header on the control box. This is also a wonderful opportunity to plug in the motor cable if it's not already. We can just set that up here. Now let's add some primers in. All right, we're going to take a small little container and put it at the end of the back ramp here. We'll turn on the unit, and we're going to watch the primers. If we see an upside down primer make its way through, that's an easy fix. We take a 2mm wrench, come here through the front hole, and then adjust the first notch. We go counterclockwise to make it more selective, and we go clockwise to make it less selective, in case too many good upright primers are being rejected. Once we're satisfied with the results and we see no primers that are upside down making their way through, we go and repeat the steps for the second notch. Now let's talk about the transition between the collator ramp and the back ramp. It is possible during shipping that the motor assembly shifted. It's very easy to adjust. All you have to do is loosen the 3 highlighted nuts shown here. That'll allow you to shift the motor assembly left to right to gain the correct alignment. Now let's lower the tool head. If you have an M7 auto drive, it is recommended that you put the auto drive into neutral and manually lower the tool head. This is so you don't crush anything in the jogging feature. Tighten the tool head down. All right, let's install the front ramp now. You'll need the 2 3mm bolts. The short one goes into the rear, and the long one goes into the front. You'll have 2 tabs that need to go on either side of the back ramp. and the base of the unit will go into the U-slot channel. When we're pressing it in, we want to put a finger inside here and press this way against the press body to help it all line up. It'll just slide right in. Now we'll raise the tool head and take a 2mm wrench and tighten them down to just snug. If you have a lot of dies in your tool head, it'll help to lower the tool head a little bit. As we're tying it down, use your finger to keep pressure up against the press body this way and just snug. Let's install the primer bar cam. In order to do that, you'll need the last bolt in the package. To do so, we're going to take the primer bar cam and we're going to slide it through the rectangular cutout in the bracket. We want to put it in between the spring and the primer bar body, touching the bearing. We'll slide it in. We'll take our thumb and put pressure up against here and rotate with our other hand until we latch it into place. We will then take the bolt and hand thread it in. Take a 5/32 wrench and tighten down. We want to then, with our bottom hand, rotate it and slide it over until we get to about the middle position of the adjustment range. It helps to snug it down a little bit more so it holds into place. We want to rotate it fully back until it stops up against the tool head. From there, we can tighten it down. We want to do this pretty snug. Now let's lower the tool head slowly. We're trying to watch where the primer bar moves. If the primer bar moves forward, the primer bar cam needs to be moved forward as well. If the primer bar moves rearward, like shown here, the primer bar cam will need to also be moved rearward. After adjustment, it should look something like this. A little movement is totally acceptable. We just want to take out the bulk of the work for the machine. Now that we have proper sorting of the primer collator bowl, proper alignment between the collator bowl and the back ramp, and proper adjustment of the primer bar cam, we're ready to turn it on and see the sensor stops when the primers are full. Looks good to me. Let's get on to running the press. Now with the press running slow, we're going to ensure that it picks up a primer every time. If you do not pick up a primer every time, you're going to move the primer bar cam back ever so slightly until you ensure you pick up primers 100% every time. That concludes the tutorial. I hope it was useful for you. I know myself and the team are so excited to get this out to everyone. It's been a lot of hard work and iterations, but it's done and it's coming to you. If you have any questions, small or large, does not matter. Our contact information will be in the bottom description of the video. Feel free to reach out at any point. I hope you guys enjoy the new product, and I hope you have a great day.